and grant that we might humble and responsible deliberate on all matters entrusted to us for the upliftment and the welfare of citizens of this country. We ask all this in the name of our Lord and the Liberator, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Shall we affirm? I solemnly affirm that I will be faithful to the Republic of Namibia and its people, and I solemnly promise to uphold and defend the Constitution and the laws of the Republic of Namibia to the best of my ability. So help me God. We may take our seats. Once again, good morning, honorable members, and welcome to our Friday session. May I ask if there are any petitions? I see none. Any reports of select or standing committees? I see none. Any reports in papers? I see none. Any notices of motions? I see the hand of Honorable Langwo. Honorable Langwo, may you please switch your mic on?
Honorable Vice President, honorable members, I hereby move a motion without notice that in accordance with Rule 31 of the Standing Rules and Orders of the National Council, the proceedings on vote 01, 02, 30, 07, and vote 26 of the Appropriation Bill, Bill 1 of 2026, not be interrupted if still under consideration beyond 13 hours. I so move, Honorable Vice Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Honorable. May you please table your motion? Honorable Langwo. Any further notices of motion? I see none. Honorable members, we shall proceed with the list of our maiden speeches. And first on our list is our newly appointed Deputy Minister of Health, Honorable Njaleka. The floor is yours. Honorable, may I ask you to please switch your mic on? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson. Honorable members, greetings to you all. It is an esteemed privilege and honor for me to stand here today before the August House to deliver my maiden speech in accordance with the Rule 52 of the Standing Rules and Orders. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, permit me to formally introduce myself. I'm Hambelina Susan Dorothea Njaleka, proudly hailing from Karas region, born in Ludwig's. My childhood and professional journey have been shaped by a life full of sense of passion for community, social, economic development programs, and a passion towards people with special needs. I thank my dear husband, Frank Swimbihafo, my family, and in particular my parents, Alina Wakundu and Simon Kambororo Chipanga, for being given me that support when I needed it the most. To the electorates of Naminus, people of Aus and Lutherets, I am because you are. Thank you for the trust that you have bestowed on me to represent you at national level, both executive and legislative. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, kindly allow me to extend my gratitude to Her Excellency Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, the President of the Republic of Namibia, for entrusting me with the responsibility of Deputy Minister of Health and Social Services, which I gladly accepted on the 2nd of April 2026. I pledge to carry out the mandate of representation and oversight in line with the development programs, the MTEF for Naminus constituency, which is part of service delivery, the mandate of a regional council to ensure the coordination and the commitments of the SWAPO Party Manifesto and NDP 6. I pledge to support the local and regional councils under the following MTEF programs to ensure that the Lutherets in Aus second phase servicing and improvement of the electricity infrastructure is done within the budgeted time frame. We will ensure the support that the improvement of the water infrastructure and additional water command reservoir for Lutherets will be carried out. We'll also ensure the upgrading of the district hospital, which is long outstanding, and the upgrades of the poor network infrastructure connectivity between Lutherets and Aus. Of course, with key partners like Powercom. In terms of national security and port development, we foresee the development of a naval base in Lutherets. And it is my sincere call to the inhabitants of Lutherets and the southern region to support the port development of Lutherets, to address the unemployment, the very high employment rate, and the need for industrial development to realize the Vision 2030. Honorable members, Lutherets is the first port in an independent Namibia before Walvisbay got independence. We need the industrialized port like never before. Honorable members, Honorable Vice Chairperson, I cherish the idea of inclusivity and unity, regardless of political and or ideological differences. I'm certain that this House, the National Council, will be the engine to steer the aspirations of the contract with the people, the SWAPO Party Manifesto. And I have a strong belief that public health systems is about people. It's about people's welfare in all 14 regions and in all 121 constituencies. I call on public-private partnership to join me in this cause to ensure the social welfare of the Namibian people at all levels of spheres. We hear the public's valid concerns regarding the inadequate access to essential medication and clinical supplies at our health facilities across Namibia. The Ministry of Health and Social Services is fully committed to address these challenges head on and to restore the public trust We want to ensure that every Namibian receives uninterrupted health care they truly deserve. Honorable members, we are actively reforming our procurement and supply chain processes to stabilize the stock levels at the central medical stores and to implement proactive measures that will prevent future stock outs. Trust us. Trust the process. We need each other, and it's my strong belief that we will do it together through unity, through decisive action. We can develop Namibia and secure a healthy future for our people in Namibia. I thank you for your attention, and so I submit to the Vice Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nkwanekamba. For that, can you please help me to switch your mic off? And at the same line, may I call upon Honorable Jansa to take the floor? The floor is yours.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson. This is the day that the Lord has made and was set out accordingly by himself. All glory, honor to the one and only God who surpasses all human understanding and all human thoughts. Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Emma Muteka, the Vice Chairperson of the 7th National Council, Honorable Olivia Anguo, the Chief Whip of the Swabo Party, Mother in Israel, Honorable Shikulo, the Deputy Chief Whip, Honorable members of this August House, my fellow Namibians. I rise today with deep humility and profound thankfulness to deliver my maiden speech as a duly elected regional councillor of the David constituency in Hardap region. This moment marks not only a personal landmark, but a solemn responsibility entrusted to me by the electorates of my constituency. I am Hercules Janse, hailing from the dusty town of Malda here, David Gulf, in the David district, Hardap region. And I was raised by a very true, sincere, humble grandmother who succumbed at the age of 94 years, just 2 years before the elections. Honorable Vice Chairperson, I wish to first and foremost express my sincere appreciation to all my electorates for their unwavering support. But as a representative of many voices, I stand here to represent voices of hope, voices of resilience, and voices of aspirations. I particularly remain mindful of the sacrifices made by my lovely wife Erika, my children, my extended families, friends, elders, and all my supporters, business friends, my campaign managers, under the able leadership of Honorable Solomon April, Honorable Marishia, and the late Honorable James Uerikua. Various faith organizations who stood firm behind me with their prayers, and the most vulnerable members of our society whose expectations are both high and justified after the voting process. I joined the Swabo Party at a tender age of 14 years through NANSO in Malta here, and has been groomed by very capable goal-oriented, aggressive, and determined elders in the likes of the late Dr. Hendrik Witbooi, late Reverend Petrus Andrea Schmid, late Comrade Penina Lins, late Comrade Sabina Joseph, Oma Lapis, Oma Catres. I can name them all, Oma Kobos, Oma Tipes, and many others. Among others, Reverend N.J. Simon. May thy precious souls rest in eternal peace. It was really not easy to come thus far, but it was worth it. And I therefore do not regret any single minute being part of the mighty Swabo Party. Her Excellency Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, the Secretary General of the Swabo Party, Honorable Comrade Chaningwa, the rank and file of the Swabo Party, allow me to thank you from the depth of my heart for according me this opportunity to be part of the 7th National Council. While the entire Hardap region is bowed in sorrow and mourning the passing of our beloved regional coordinator, Comrade Joplin Condes, my sincere appreciation also goes to the leadership of Hardap Regional Swabo Party. Equally, I also wish to register my appreciation to the members of the Hardap Regional Council for electing me to serve in this August House. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, my maiden speech will absolutely be amputated if I fail to pay tribute to the late Pastor Ignatius Foster. I stand with a testimony today. On a fateful Sunday morning, that time unemployed, frustrated, depressed, desperate, I attended a church service during May 2006 in Okahanga. On that very fateful Sunday morning, the late Pastor Gerard Foster prophesied over my life and said that the Lord revealed to him that one day I will end in the parliament of this country, and that the Lord reveals to him that I will flew over countries which I never thought or dreamt about. What a mighty God we serve. Therefore, may the soul of Pastor G.I. Foster rest in eternal peace. Honorable members, Namibia has made commendable progress since independence. Our democratic foundations remain firm, guided by the principles of democracy, the rule of law, and good governance. However, we must candidly acknowledge that many Namibians continue to face serious challenges, including unemployment, poverty, inequality, and limited access to quality services. These realities compel us to act with urgency and purpose. Our national frameworks, such as the Vision 2030, the NDPs, and the Swabo Party election manifesto, provide a clear roadmap for inclusive growth, economic advancement, and social transformation. It is our duty as leaders to ensure that these policies are not merely aspirational documents, but living commitments that translate into tangible improvements in the lives of our people. As a member of this House, I pledge to contribute meaningfully to the development and oversight of policies and legislation that promote inclusive economic growth and sustainable development. Honorable Vice Chairperson and members, education remains one of the most powerful tools for national transformation. In line with our national development priorities, we must continue to strengthen our education system to ensure quality, equity, and relevance. Equally important is the need to strengthen our healthcare system, ensuring that all Namibians, regardless of their socio-economic status or geographical location, have access to quality healthcare services. Furthermore, Honorable Vice Chairperson, I wish to emphasize the importance of ethical leadership, transparency, and accountability. Institutions such as the Anti-Corruption Commission must be supported and strengthened in their mandate to combat corruption. As public servants, we are entrusted with the resources of this nation, and we must manage them with integrity, responsibility. Honorable members, national unity and social cohesion must remain at the center of our efforts. We must rise above division. The motto of Harta Region for this year states, "Where there is unity, the Lord commands his blessings." Therefore, the strength of our nation lies in our united leadership, and our progress depends on our ability to work together in the interest of all Namibians. Honorable Muha in absentia, Honorable Emma Muteka, on behalf of the citizenry of the Davet constituency, I extend our heartfelt congratulations on your elections as the Vice Chair and the Chairperson respectively. Your election is a testimony to the trust and confidence that us, the members of the 7th National Council, have placed in your ability to steer our development. We wish you great success in this esteemed role, and I pledge my support for efforts aimed at achieving the positive agendas of the 7th National Council. Honorable chairpersons of the various standing committees and all honorable members, I also please also accept my warm congratulations and my best wishes for your success as you have already taken up your responsibilities. As you embark upon your new responsibilities, I wish to assure you and the people of the continued friendship and unconditional support. There is a phrase of one Nama song in the Amy Church whom I like very much. And it says, "Hai ia usingwan wie takakus a optika." It literally means there is no help for those who sit idling around peacefully, but by sending someone else, you may become a slave of the dead. My honorable members, the message is very clear. We are the elected leaders and not our administrative staff. Therefore, do not let us leave our people in the hands of our staff members, but let us be there for our people. There is a phrase saying, a leader cannot work far up in front and leave his followers behind, nor can a leader walk far behind the back and follow those whom he leads. But a leader must work hand in hand, step by step, with those whom he leads. The sound of a sermon by the late Bishop Harold Senatle. Title, or the testimony. And I pray today that the Lord will help us all on this journey to leave testimonies and tangible developments to our citizenry behind, and not the titles. Advocate Namise, all staff members, including the security cluster, as well as the staff of the Office of the Chief Whip, allow me to also applaud you for your always polite, determined, service-oriented, and helpful assistance you render to us as your superiors. Your labor does not go unseen. May you continue to grow in your different roles and portfolios, and may the Lord bless you in all your future endeavors. Honorable Vice Chairperson, members, I stand ready to serve with dedication, integrity, and a resolute sense of purpose. I am committed to working collaboratively with all honorable members, regardless of political affiliation, for the betterment of our nation. I reaffirm my commitment to the ideals of this country. I thank you, and so I submit.
Thank you very much for that reflective moment and statement, Honorable Janta. I think all of us will agree that with the words that you have blessed us with this morning, everybody will take a moment or two just to reflect and remind themselves why they are in their leadership role in the first place. Thank you very much. Next on our list, we have Honorable Mukoya. The floor is yours.
Good morning, Honorable Chairperson, is absent here. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Chief Whip, Vice Chief Whip, Honorable Deputy Ministers, Honorable Members. I am Laurentus Mukoya from Ndiona constituency in Kavango East region. I rise today with deep humanity and profound gratitude to deliver my maiden speech in this esteemed National Council. Follow my re-election as Regional Council for Ndiona constituency in Kavango East region on the 26th November 2025. First and foremost, I give thanks to the Almighty God for the gift of this life, strength, and the opportunity to serve. I extend my sincerely appreciation to the resilience and trusted people of Ndiona constituency, who have once again bestowed upon me the honor of second term to represent their hopes, aspiration, and development needs. Honorable Vice Chairperson, I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Giriku Traditional Authority for their guidance, wisdom, continuous support, and fostering unity and development with our community. I also thank my family for their unwavering encouragement, sacrifice, and strength through this journey. Allow me further to extend my appreciation to the SWAPO party for the confidence response in me to stand as candidate and to serve our people once again under this band of unity, peace, and development. Honorable members, I am equal in debt to my fellow regional councillor of Kavango East, the chairperson of Kavango East Region Council, and my two esteemed colleagues from the region seated in this chamber for this support and trust in nominated me to serve in this August House. I also extend my appreciation to you, Honorable Vice Chairperson, all members of this House for the warm welcome and guidance extended to new members. My mission is clear and unwavering: to serve the Namibian people with dedication, integrity, accountability, particular the people of Ndiona constituency. Ndiona is a constituency rich in culture, resilience, potential. However, like many rural constituencies, it continues to face significant development challenges. Among these, road infrastructure remain critical concern, especially in the inland, the whole Kavango region. Many of our communities are still connected to gravel roads that become inaccessible during the rain season, isolating our people from essential services such as health, care, education, and markets. Improved road networks are not merely matter of convenience. They are a lifeline for economic in particular and social inclusion. Equal press in this issue of access to clean and reliable water. In several areas within Ndiona, our people still rely on unsafe and distant water sources. Water is luxury, it is basic human right and cornerstone of dignity, health, and sustainable development. I will therefore advocate strong for expand water infrastructure, sustainable water supply solution in our constituency. Honorable members, Honorable Vice Chairperson, beyond roads and water, there are also essential needs that demand our collective attention. These include access to quality education, healthcare services, youth empowerment, opportunity, agriculture support, and rural electrification, as guided by the Regional Council Act. I am committed to ensuring that the voice of my constituency are heard and that their needs are translated into actionable development priorities. Honorable Vice Chairperson, as we deliberate in this House, let us all remember that we are here not for ourselves, but for the people of Namibia. We are entrusted with the responsibility to review legislation, to ensure that it responds meaningfully to the reality on the ground, particularly in rural and underserved areas. In conclusion, I pledge to serve with humility, to listen attentively, and to work collaboration with all honorable members across political lines for the betterment of our nation. Together, let us strengthen regional development, promote inclusive growth, and uphold the value of democracy and good governance. I so submit, Honorable Vice Chairperson. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mukoya, for your maiden speech. Honorable Maswau, the floor is yours. Maybe you want to tell us about the ocean. Maybe we don't know.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Honorable Vice Chair.
you're welcome.
Where do you start after bishops, senior citizens have already delivered their maiden speech?
Yeah, we wish you luck, Honorable, in identifying where you start.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I rise on Rule 52 of the Standing Rules and Orders, Honorable Chair. But before I begin, let me start with a thought. Service to the people must remain the highest calling as leadership. That is my message to all of us. I rise with a deep humility, gratitude, a strong sense of duty that I stand before you today to deliver my maiden speech as member of the National Council and the Regional Councillor of Swakopmund constituency. I am from Kirongo region, the region of excellency. I heard Wangwena is a region of smart region. We are together. First and foremost, I want to sincerely thank my dear wife, Meme Melao Mshai, and also my dear mother. I have never dreamed that one day I'll be here. But the society brought me here for a reason. And for that, I want to thank the SWAPO party leadership, from the section to the branches, from the branches to the district, from the district to the region, from the regional up to the highest body, which is the Central Committee. I thank you. Their support has placed confidence in me. It's a great honor and serious responsibility which has been given, which I accept with dedication, humility, and commitment. I also wish to extend my sincere appreciation to the honorable members of Irongo Regional Council for entrusting me with the responsibility of representing them in the National Council. Equally, I'm deeply honored by the confidence of this august House to elect me to the Standing Committee on Rules and Orders in Business, as well as the Public Accounts and Economy and IPU. I'm very grateful. I accept this responsibility with gratitude and a firm of commitment to serve with integrity, diligence, and professionalism. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, I also wish to acknowledge and commend all those who have served before us at the constituents, regional, and national levels. Regardless of political affiliation, their sacrifices and contributions have played a vital role in shaping the democracy of Namibia. We are proud to serve today. It is through these collective efforts, mutual respect, patriotism, that our democracy continues to grow stronger and remains responsive to the needs of our people. As I take on this important role, I pledge to serve the people who entrusted me with this mandate with honesty and diligence. I'm also fully committed to upholding the core function of this House, which is the representation, oversight, and the review of policies and legislation, always guided by what is in the best interest of the Namibian people. Honorable members, the community we serve expects leadership that is compassionate, practical, responsive to their day-to-day realities. During my tenure in this House, I will focus on issues that directly affect our citizens, including youth empowerment, job creation, improved service delivery, expanded access to quality health care and education. Additionally, I will advocate for sustainable regional development to all the 121 constituencies. Give me a hand, please. Honorable Vice Chairperson, in Swakopmund, the wider Irongo region, one of the pressing challenges we face is rapid population, which is urban migration, which continues to put increasing pressure on our social infrastructure, particularly in education and healthcare. Our schools are becoming overcrowded, threatening the quality of education that our children deserve. We therefore need to invest more in education infrastructure. I'm happy with our caring government, the eighth government. As I speak now in Swakopmund, those who are pleased to watch me, you saw the Minister of Education visiting a construction site in DRC, where the government is putting up 30 classrooms in the secondary school in the informal settlement of DRC. At the same time, our healthcare system is facing growing demands. Access to timely, affordable, and dignified healthcare should be a right enjoyed by all Namibians. We must therefore strengthen and adequately fund our healthcare facilities so that our people can receive the care and the services they need. These challenges are not merely social obligations. They are investment in the future stability, productivity, and prosperity of our region and our nation. Honorable members, I wish to assure all members of this House that I'm ready to work, and I have started. Those who are watching TV, you have seen me on the ground, and I'm visible. While we may not always agree, we remain united by our shared constitutional responsibility to serve the people of Namibia. Progress can only be achieved through dialogue, cooperation, mutual respect, and shared sense of purpose. Our constituents expect us to rise above division and work collectively to improve their lives and secure a better future for the generation to come. Honorable Vice Chairperson, guided by this principle of duty, integrity, accountability, and patriotism, I commit myself to serving with honesty and dedication. I stand here not only a representative of Swakopmund, but as a servant of the Namibian people, determined to contribute meaningful to our country development, unity, and social well-being. In closing, I reaffirm my unwavering commitment to serve with humility, diligence, and purpose. I will strive to be a constant, constructive, and effective voice of the people of Swakopmund, the Rongo region, and Namibia as a whole. Together, let us continue building a united, prosperous, and inclusive Namibia, a country where every citizen can live with dignity, hope, opportunity, and pride. I thank you. And I so submit.
Thank you very much, Honorable Maspao. It looks like we will have a battle of regions now. We have a region, smart region, and a region of excellence. Yeah, no, we will hear today the regions. We want to hear the promotion of the religions. Thank you so much, Honorable Maswahu. And we would want to ask that you humbly please switch your mic off. Next on our list, we have Honorable Nunuk. The floor, I hope I pronounced it correctly. No, I want to get the click part. Nanub.
Nanuk.
Nanub.
Yes, Nanuk.
Nanub.
Nanuk.
Why? We'll
Yes.
get it right, my brother. We are
Try.
Namibians. There's no such thing as what. So I'll practice it and then get it right. So Honorable Nanub, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members of Parliament, people of Wanena region, every farmer, every mother, every youth, the Namibian people at large, and the media. Above all, the Almighty God, from whom all wisdom, authority, and accountability flows. Good morning. Honorable Vice Chairperson, it is with a sincere sense of duty that I rise for the very first time to take the floor in the Parliament, Namibian Parliament. I have taken a cautious decision in line with Article 74 subsection 4B of the Namibian Constitution to become a servant of people of Namibia to serve to the best of my ability to uphold constitutional values and democracy, rule of law, protection of fundamental rights, and more importantly, the advancement of social justice. Honorable, I came from a rather rural constituency in a vast Kunene region where access to banking services are limited, where social development remains a pipe dream, where unemployment and poverty is a norm, where communities, example from Ucho, must commute more than 400 kilometers to the regional capital for essential services instead of less than 70 kilometers to the nearest town. This is possibly a result of gerrymandering, but clearly the regional demarcation is a problematic. First and foremost, I acknowledge and thank the entire nation of Namibia for upholding the constitutional principles of democratic, particularly participation and tolerance for political diversity. I in particular thank the party United Democratic Front for providing me, yes, UDF. Yeah.
Honorable, you are very much protected. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. For providing a political platform which enables me to this level. Constitution of the Republic of Namibia, particularly Article 45, which established the National Council as the voice of the regions, places up on my shoulders the hopes and aspirations of every living person beyond a window. To the people of Kunene region, in particular Orica's constituency, you sent me here. You did not send a perfect man or a person. You sent a son who knows the taste of the dust from a dry well, who has walked along roads that turns into mud, who has sat with the unemployed youth under a thorn tree. I will not forget where I'm coming from, ever. I say thank you for the trust that you put into me by electing me as a constituency councillor. I dedicate myself to represent your interests and to serve all Namibians of our reservation. To the Kunene Regional Council, I equally extend my most sincere appreciation because when faced by Section 26 of the Regional Councils Act, they have elected me and two other members to serve the Namibian as members of Parliament in the National Council. Honorable Vice Chairperson, I stand on the shoulders of those who came before me. I acknowledge the foundation laid by my predecessors. Whatever I build here is up on your labor, the predecessors. Thank you for the service to our people. Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Chair, Ms. Atensia of the National Council, I thank you for the leadership. Together with the Secretary to the National Council and the other officials appointed in terms of Article 73A, you are maintaining a very conducive and enabling environment at the National Council for MPs to perform their constitutional mandates. Accept my sincere and profound appreciation for that. My fellow honorable members, you have put trust in me by not only electing me to serve in the Public Accounts Committee, but to lead that committee as a chairperson. I now give assurance of profound appreciation that I will rise up to the task. I'm fully aware of challenges relating to governance at national, regional, and local levels, which impacts on the keeping of proper records and accounts. I thank my predecessor, the former chairperson of Public Accounts, the former MP, who has laid a proper foundation for the committee on which I will build. I commit myself and the committee to work together with the similar committee at National Assembly. Honorable Vice Chairperson, being chairperson of Public Account means I'm no longer just a representative of the Nene region. I'm the guardian of every Namibian dollar. Whether that dollar was collected in Katima Mulilo, in Swakopmund, or in Ketmansur, it must be accounted for. I pledge to serve this committee and this House with diligence and courage. I would not have reached this milestone if it was not for the understanding and supporting from my family members. Therefore, I thank everyone, each and everyone. Continue to assist me in this national and regional task. Honorable Vice Chairperson, fellow honorable members, as I draw towards the conclusion of my maiden address in the National Council, I want to assure you that I will work tirelessly to perform the mandate of lawmaking, representation, and oversight. I will be driven particularly by the needs of the regional empowerment, decentralization of government functions, in particular the establishment of Constituency Development Fund. Issues relating the certification, climate change, as well as human-wildlife conflict will be part of my focus areas. Human-wildlife conflict, including the risk created by wild animals on the national roads, is a serious cause of concern. It is now time for us to think together towards a solution, which could involve government and farm owners to pool resources together to erect high fences to keep dangerous animals away from the corridors of national roads. It is about ensuring social justice for all and making meaningful changes in the lives of our people. Honorable Vice Chairperson, my guiding philosophy is the constitutional midpoint between accountability to Parliament and service delivery to the people. Our commitment here, honorable members, is water security as stated in Article 95H. Youth employment as stated in Article 95J. Transparency, transparent leadership as stated in Article 18. Public oversight, Article 125. Housing and land, it's stated in Article 16. Honorable Vice Chairperson, these are constitutional obligations, not empty promises. Please allow me to conclude where I began. To the Almighty God, without wisdom, I am nothing. Without courage, I am silent. Without integrity, I am dangerous. I pray, give me wisdom. Give me courage to speak it out. Give me integrity to live. And when I fall, because I'm a human, correct me quickly. And do not let my failure hurt my people, as I have sworn to serve. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, people of Namibia. Today is the first day of my service in the 7th National Council. I do not know how long this journey will last, but I know how it will be defined by accountability, by transparency, by results. As Orica's constituency councillor, I will deliver. As the member of National Council, I will legislate. As the chairperson of Public Accounts and Economic Committee, I will oversee. And at every step, I will remember the words of our Constitution and the faces of our people. To the people of Gunen region, I see you. I hear you. I will serve you. To the 7th National Council, I thank you for the trust. To the Almighty God, I surrender my switch, this office, and this nation into your hands. I thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson. May God bless our nation.
Amen and amen. Thank you very much, Honorable Nanu, for your maiden speech. And in the same vein, take this opportunity to wish you well and strength. And we are referring to the colleagues that we have lost during the long weekend in the car accident. We wish you strength as the councillor, as well as the community member and the families who have lost their loved ones in this horrific car accident. Thank you once again, Honorable. Next on our list, we have Honorable Shaini. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Honorable Vice Chairperson and Honorable Member. I raise, in accordance with Rule 52 of Standing Rules and Order, to deliver my maiden speech. Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Member, the people of Oranjemund constituency, the Great Karas region, and fellow Namibian, good morning. It is with deep sense of responsibility that I raise
Honorable
today.
Shaimi, my apologies, my sincere apologies for disrupting. Are you able to please just move the mic closer to you as you speak, because the technical colleagues have indicated they're struggling to hear us, and that goes for every other member that would then be next to take the floor. They really can't hear us. So my advice is that we stand straight and that we move the mic closer to our bodies. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. Once again, the people of Oranjemund constituency, the Great Karas region, and fellow Namibians, good morning. It is with deep sense of responsibility that I rise today to deliver my maiden speech in the 7th National Council of the Republic of Namibia. Like the son of Africa, the great Thabo Mbeki, I too owe my being to hail from the Great Karas, the valley of the First River Canyon, Fish River Canyon, the quiver tree, and the flora of the Namibi Desert, the sea of the great Naminus, the precious diamonds of Orange Basin, the Roshpina zinc, the water of the Orange River, and to my maker, the creator, first and foremost. Equally, just like other honorables say, we are coming from the Great Karas region, the only region that hosts the oil. Yeah. So, honorable member, secondly, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation and gratitude to the SWAPO party leadership, both nationally, regionally, the district, branch, sections level, for the trust and confidence trusted upon me to serve our people in this august house. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable member, for sure, if it wasn't because of SWAPO party, I wouldn't be here today. Hence, my utmost appreciation to the length and file of SWAPO party. Equally, I would like to thank the people of Oranjemund constituency for the mandate they have given me to represent their aspiration, hopes, and the challenges at both constituency, regional, and national level. Thank you very much to all the residents. Honorable Chairperson, honorable member, please allow me to recognize and commend the work done by my predecessor, Comrade Lazarus Nangolo, and all other former councillors of Oranjemund constituency, Honorable Comrade Erifas Ita, Comrade Nambala. They has made contribution and dedication to the people of our constituency, which is the testament I stand on today. I pledge to build on the foundation that they have laid to execute my duty faithfully, diligently, and in accordance with the mandates of National Council, namely representations, oversight, and review of the registration. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, I further assure all honorable members that I stand ready to work together with everyone in this august house. Irrespective of their party and political affiliations, for the advancements of our country and the betterments of the lives of our people. This team really look brilliant, and I'm so happy to be together with all the honorable members. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, the people have sent me here to be their voice in this review house. They expect practical solution to their daily challenges, and therefore I wish to raise several important matters affecting my constituency, and our nation. Firstly, I call for the proclamations of Roshpina as a town for the people of Roshpina to have a sense of belonging. And it is on this basis that we will also intend to host the festival in Roshpina, first of its kind, the Mineral and Resource Festival in September 2026. The Minister of Mine and Energy will be our patron, and I therefore extend an invitation to all of you honorable members to this first of its kind ever festival. The festival aims at promoting tourism, investment, and celebrating our natural resources with the potentials of the area. An initiative that is aimed to stimulate the local economic growth and creating the opportunity for our youth. The intentions of the festival is further to sensitize the establishment of the zinc manufacturing plants in Roshpina. So we really want to make sure that we are not only sending raw zinc outside the country, but equally manufacture the zinc in Namibia. I approve for the constructions of the Oranjemund District Hospital in the town of Oranjemund to improve access to quality healthcare, as our people deserve proper medical facility closer to them. Secondly, the issue of safety and security remains of paramount importance. I therefore call for the establishment of an army base in Oranjemund to strengthen security in our border lines and areas to ensure the safety of our residents. Honorable members, Honorable Chairperson, we have encountered a number of citizens that are in the country and have no documents. Therefore, the Karas Regional Council has agreed on an agreement to work together with the Northern Cape in South Africa to explore some of this, how the two governments can work together to make sure that Namibian citizens that are in South Africa without documents and those that are also in Namibia, the government works together through the Regional Council cooperation agreements to assist our citizens. Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Member, I strongly feel our education system needs a reform. We need to shift from the theory to a more practical syllabus that promotes skill development from pre-primary education to enhance productivities, yet with innovative development type of mindset. Agriculture must also become our top national priority, as it's a gateway to food security, economic diversification, and the creations of sustainable jobs. We must empower community through agricultural projects and support emerging farmers. I pledge that during my term in the office, I shall ensure the establishment of agriculture plantation in Oranjemund constituency, and we seek the support of the honorable ministers of environment to make excess land from the park to be availed for agriculture plantations. On the labor matter, Honorable Vice Chairperson, I call upon the Ministry of Labor to strengthen the monitoring and enforcement of employment contracts. Many workers are being deprived of their rights in the workplace. Some are threatened with dismissal just because of a simple expressing their view, while other work without proper contracts. I want to make sure and make it clear that I will not tolerate the mistreatments of people of my constituency. When workers are exploited, I will intervene with the confines of the law to protect their dignities and their rights. Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Member, I welcome and appreciate the nominations and appointment to the National Council Standing Committees on Health, and as a Deputy Chair, I am looking forward to a positive working relation with our Ministers of Health and Social Service, and equally our colleague here, the Deputy Minister, Comrade Honorable Susan Jaleka. And once again, together with all the Deputy Minister appointed from this council, congratulations. I would like to start on imploring the Ministry of Health to establish a just and fair recruitment system for the nurses. The current system is frustrating and cost for unemployed graduates. The Ministry should consider recruiting based on the registration date from the Nursing Council instead of costly interview process that burden both government and unemployed graduates. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, housing remains another serious challenge. I believe the Honorable Ministers of Urban and Rural Development will support us in ensuring that our people live in dignity. We should continue to provide decent house. We need to establish a blueprint toward the eliminations of shack by 2030 in the whole Namibia. Our people deserve decent house and proper living condition. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable member, electricity remains the challenge within the town of Roshpina, and it's our hope that with the completions of the NamPower, the biggest solar project in the country now, in Roshpina will bring about reductions in the tariff for our residents to enjoy these renewable energy resources. On the land reform, the time has come for serious reflection. The willing buyer, willing seller principle has not adequately addressed land inequalities in our country. We need bold and practical intervention to ensure a fair access to land for our people. Furthermore, I would equally want to inform this August House that I have discovered we have the discovery of the shipwreck in the Namdeb mining area. I therefore call on the Heritage Council to consider an urgent construction of a museum in Oranjemund town to host the treasures of the shipwreck to promote tourism for economic diversification of the Oranjemund. This initiative will present an opportunity to generate revenue and stimulate economic activity in our coastal town. Another matter of grave concern is the growing problem of drugs in our country. Drugs are silently destroying our youth, families, and community. We must act decisively. The current fines and the punishment are not strong enough to deter the offender. I therefore call for the review of our laws to strengthen the fight against drug trafficking and abuse. As a regional council, I wish to express my full support for the expansion of the ports of Rudrets. This development has a potential to unlock economic opportunity, create jobs, and position Namibia as a strategic logistic hub in the region. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, in Namibia we have done well with the roads construction, and we should continue doing so. Therefore, I call for prioritizations of road between Osingle and Roshpina, which is quite economic. Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Member, the task before us is great, but together we can build a Namibia that is prosperous, inclusive, and just for all its people. Let us continue to place the interest of our citizens above all else and serve with honest discipline and commitment. Therefore, to make sure that this speech is not just merely a talk, I would like to be guided to table two motions: that all maiden speech be compiled to a booklet, and that the committee be established to make priority list of the items from the speech to be forwarded to the cabinet for consideration. Number two, I have noticed there is a gap for the tools or the policies to guide the oversight function. I would like to consider tabling a motion for the oversight policy, a law that will guide action for officials that are failing to implement government projects from the appropriation bill. In conclusion, Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Member, I would like to end with a dear to heart quote from our founding father. I quote, "A people united strive to achieve a common goal for all members of the society will always emerge victorious." I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Shaimi. I hope that everybody, all the stakeholders that you've mentioned are tuned in and that they are listening. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. Even I can feel the heat on their behalf. And we are grateful for that invitation. And we congratulate you for hosting this event that is to take place in September. Hopefully, by God's grace, we will be able to join you. And congratulations once again. Honorable members, I do take note that it is now 47 minutes past 10, and we should have taken our break at 35 minutes past 10, according to the rules. However, I seek the concurrence of this House to permit that we allow the last honorable member on the list to deliver her maiden speech, and then we take our break. Is that agreed to, honorable members? Thank you very much. In line with that, my namesake, Honorable Veiko, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members. Good morning. I rise for the first time in this august house with a heart full of gratitude and humility. First, I would like to thank God Almighty who made this day possible. It is by His grace and mercy that I stand here today. And for that, I commit my service into His hands. Secondly, I extend my sincere appreciation to the electorates of Musese constituency and the people of Kavango West region for the confidence you have shown in me. Your trust is sacred. And I receive this mandate knowing fully well that it belongs to you, the people. Not forgetting my family who stood by me through it all. With that happen to be said, I recognize and honor the work of my predecessor at constituency, regional, and national level, regardless of party affiliation. Their dedication and service helps shape the path we walk on today, and I draw wisdom from their work. Today, before this August House, I pledge to faithfully carry out the Council's mandate of representation, review, and oversight. I'm the voice from Sese constituency and the Kavango West region at large in every debate. I will scrutinize legislation with diligence, and I will exercise oversight with fairness and firmness to ensure accountability. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, during my tenure, my area of interest is the welfare of our people, strengthening of service delivery, and the advancement of opportunities for our youth. As a woman, I also carry a special responsibility to champion the empowerment of women and a girl child, so that their voices, talents, and leadership are strengthened across the region and nation at large. I assure this House that I am ready to work hand in hand with all honorable members, regardless of party affiliation, for the progress of our regions, bearing in mind that the unity of this country rests on all of us. When Namibia calls, we all must answer. I will uphold Namibia, the Constitution, and the oath I took to serve with integrity, loyalty, and dedication. As the representative of Msese constituency, I will defend my constituency and contribute meaningfully to the work of this council. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Veiko, for your maiden speech. Yeah, honorable members, if one thing is evident is that we want to motivate those who intend on having daughters and granddaughters to name them Emma. Because clearly there's something in the name of Emma. I don't need to say much, but it's evident, it's laying itself before them. So please name your granddaughters and daughters Emma. It's a very good sign. Honorable members, this brings us to our time to take our break, and we are expected to return back at 11:30. Is that in order? Thank you. We take our seats. Thank you, honorable members, and welcome back from your break. We shall move on with the business of today, and I would like to call on the secretary to please read the order of the day.
Debate on committee stage of the appropriation bill, bill number 1 of 2026.
Thank you, secretary. It is moved that I leave the chair. Any secondment? Any objection? I see none. Agreed to. Honorable Ndawanipa, the first vice chairperson of the Committee of the Whole Council, will now take the chair.
The committee of the whole council is called to order. Honorable House, honorable members, a very good morning to you all. It is my pleasure, with a great humility and honor, that I preside over the committee of the whole council for the first time in my capacity as the first vice chairperson of the whole council. I extend my sincere appreciation for the confidence the Honorable House placed in me, and I look forward to your cooperation as well as to carry out our duties with diligence, respect, and commitment to the people of the Republic of Namibia. May our deliberations today be constructive, orderly, and be guided by the principles of democracy and national development, and indeed by the standing rules and orders of this august House. Therefore, honorable members, as we are to continue with the business of the day, it's like I've indicated, it's the first time. I've introduced myself already. However, I was challenged by Bishop Papela there when he got another name that I was also introduced to a new name as General, but the name General spells as to say you have always to give order, you have always to give commands. So therefore, honorable members, honorable House, so I'll be in your company during this session. Without further ado, I just want the committee of the whole council then has to consider an appropriation bill B1 2026. I shall now put vote 01, the president, $1,214,000,000 Namibian dollars. Any discussion? I have an indication of Honorable Kwoko. You may have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable, the first vice chairperson of the Committee of the Whole Council, for the opportunity. Mine just a comment on the budget of the president. For me, this figure is the first time to see it so skyrocket or at this higher. When I saw it, I was thinking of scrutinize to know maybe what else is done in the office of the president. Normally we used to see that the other line ministries are the one to be given a big chunk
of the budget. But this time, our president see to it that maybe she have to implement something. Having said that, Honorable Chairperson, is that this budget, when I scrutinize to the comparing to the MTF, I come across that maybe the money which is allocated to be used for renovation at the State House, so which by our thinking that these things is supposed to be done long time already, and also comparing to what circulating to the community outside today that a certain person has gone there. So it means that the needs to attend to the problem was already seen or indicated or maybe identified. But somewhere, some around there was a delay, as I realized, because such a money which was allocated and could not be implemented. And at the end of the day, every one person outside there is wondering how maybe that person has come in. But mine, as I have indicated, that this is just a comment. I'm thinking of and requesting that the implementation of the renovation of the surrounding of the state has to be carried as soon as possible, so that the other incident cannot happen. To be honest, you know, you cannot have a house which is not protected. Then outside there, you say that you are free or you are safe. I think the state house needs to be protected first, so that all of us, even our state president, can be safe. But nevertheless, it's also that you know, each and every person have to prepare himself or herself. This is our house, all of us, the state house. One day when Ani or Guna or Koko will find himself as a president, so that when we go there, we found a safe place. One day, I'm saying one day. So I know that the Honorable Mjindi cannot concur. Yeah, but that is my comment, Honorable Chair, that really we need to sometimes to be serious on such issues. I know such a big chunk of the money which is budgeted there also, it might half of it might go for, what is this, procurement again. And I saw also, I read it somewhere there with that the desired outcome is about 53% to carry out such a work, which means there is still another compromise. If it could be me, I would say 100%. You would not put 53 or 40. What is that, Honorable Pakara? I know you know these things. What is that? Desired outcome. When you plan such sensitive area, you have to make it 100% or 90%, not really what I have seen here. So I think outside there, those implementers, they have to take care of that house, as I have indicated already that one day we find ourselves there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Koko, for that contribution and also being considerate with regard to the State House. Thank you very much. Any further discussion? Any objection? I see none. Agreed to? Thank you very much. So, honorable members, before I proceed to the next vote, I may also indicate to the House that the Standing Rules and Order provides for some limitations. Rule 8, Sub-Rule 3 and 4, with regard time, And as I was informed, the House recently agreed upon that the discussion, if you happen to have so many honorable members who feel like to contribute, at least to cut time a little bit shorter, not to be 10 minutes, but rather to be either 5 minutes. So I have to put this one to the House, whether this can be also our norm today, or we can stick to the limitation of 10 minutes per member. Agree to the 5 minutes per member? Thank you. I shall now put vote 02, the Prime Minister, 535 million Namibian dollars. Any discussion? I see Honorable Amchinti. You may have the floor.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Honorable First Vice Chairperson of the Committee of the Whole Council, Honorable Member. First of all, I want to say, Honorable Kuoko, there are some dreams that never come true. And one of the dreams is the one we're thinking of. Honorable members, I rise to make my contribution to vote 2 of the Prime Minister with an amount of 500 million and 35,000 Namibian dollar. Article 36 of the Namibian Constitution outline the functions of the Prime Ministers. Therefore, first, I want to thank the Right Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Erianch Gurare, as the leader of the government business in the Parliament, and also coordinating the work of the Cabinet as the head of the administration, for making sure that all institutions are delivering services to the citizens of the Republic of Namibia without delay. One of the notable commitments of the Office of the Prime Minister has been observed in the last financial year for successful rolling out the voucher system that have supported also our people that were affected by the drought, and also supported the local small business enterprises in the constituency. We really salute for that. Since the Office of the Prime Minister is mandated to deal with the natural disaster in the country, I feel that an amount allocated is not enough to deal with various disaster risks such as flood, drought, and the wildfire. Even this year we have observed and we have seen how the citizens of Zambezi region were badly affected by the drought. I mean by the flood. And some of the schools even were closed. And it might happen some of the schools are still being closed. Therefore, one of the most concerned and pressing issue, as I outlined yesterday, is the inadequate funding or not funding at all the disaster risk reduction and the resilience initiative. Therefore, we need the Office of the Prime Minister, they need to start to find a new way of funding initiative that ready to deal with prevention and response preparedness before the disaster occur. Therefore, Honorable First Vice Chairperson of the Committee of the Whole Council, Honorable members, I feel that this amount is not very enough because we don't know what's going to happen by the end of this year. You might have experienced flood again, and we are just waiting to respond after the problem comes. Then it's a problem. Therefore, this money needs to be this need to be revisited because we are saying prevention is better than cure. Therefore, we want also the Office of the Prime Minister to start make a piloting to support the multi-hazard, Oceana multi-hazard water resilience pilot project in Uvudia, which proposed the installation of water storage system to harvest and store rainwater for use during the drought and also during emergencies like Vetfa in the region, especially in the grazing area. With that contribution, Honorable First Vice Chairperson of the Committee of the Whole Council, I support the vote. I so move.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mchinti. Thank you very much, Honorable Mchinti, for that contribution. I think it's mouthful. Any other contribution? I can see Honorable Dikua.
Thank you, First Vice Chairperson of the Committee of the Whole Council, honorable members, good morning. I want also to contribute to the vote 02, Prime Minister. Before I do that, let me have this few words to congratulate this 7th National Council. I start out with our chairperson, Nabomuha Lucas, to retain his chairperson for the second time, and our new vice chairperson elected, our daughter, Honorable Emma Tangi Muteka, and the whole August House. Congratulate to you for this term. We are blessed. May I say we are blessed? It's real blessed. We have got pastor in our August House, Honorable Gunaihe is the second term. We have got Bishop Papela, it is the first term. And let me say that when a tumbo way, to bless us with the 7 deputy minister ever in this National Council. Go and see in the record. You will see that this is the only council have this more deputy ministers. Having said this, we are blessed. We are blessed and wisdom is upon us. Our vote 02, 535 million. It is life for us. I'm going to mention 2 programs, drought relief and food bank. All the 14 regions, I may say you go found 1 or 2 urban area constituents, but commerce, we have got 9 urban constituents as seat of window. The drought relief is really running very good and we are happy. Our community there, we are happy with the program. Let it come to the food banks. Food bank started 2016 as the rolling out of food. 2023, the program come to the social grant, 600 per family. But since then, this program is being a bit silent, no aid. I'm requesting the Prime Minister's office to this program that really our community in our urban constituencies, they are still, this program is very important and really it is in need of our community, especially unemployment. There are parents have got children go to school. There are parents lost job after COVID-19 and they are still in our society, in our town, in our city. Especially in commerce, we have got 7 constituencies qualified to this program of food bank. And this community, they are every day asking, because the program is very important. We need to get food for our community and to feed our children to go to school. Really, I'm requesting, with humble request for our Prime Minister's office to look on this matter of food bank to add on the current list what people are getting 600 per month. On this point, I may say I support the vote and I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Rikua, for really prioritizing the bread of our people as the first priority under that particular vote. Thank you very much. So any further discussion? I have also observed the indication of Honorable Ngunai here.
Yeah, thank you very much, First Vice Chairperson of the Committee of the World Council, honorable members. I just rise to briefly contribute to the vote 2 of the OPM. First and foremost, I wish to express my sincere gratitude to the Office of the Prime Minister for the support extended to Kunene region during the severe and persistent drought experienced from 2020 to 2024. During those years, our region suffered immense hardship. Many households lost their livestock, which remains the primary source of livelihood for our people. And numerous families have yet to recover from those losses. While the region received favorable rainfall last year, the situation has again deteriorated this year, especially in the northern part of the region. Kunene North in particular finds itself back at square one. Our farmers have made every effort to cultivate their gardens in order to achieve food self-reliance. However, due to insufficient rainfall, their hope and resources are exhausted. According to this crisis, human-wildlife conflict, particularly with elephants, continues to destroy crops, has left several farmers destitute. Presently, many families in the region lack the means to survive. Poverty and hunger are visible daily in our communities. Moving around our localities and constituencies, one could see that people living in hunger, chiri, and in deep distress. Therefore, I respectfully appeal to the Office of the Prime Minister to urgently dispatch an assessment team to the Kunene region. We must act proactively to prevent the loss of life due to hunger. Her Excellency, the President of our Republic, has stated, and I quote, "We are too few to be poor." End of quote. Yet the reality is that we do have poor and destitute members in our community. The Office of the Prime Minister remains our first point of call for assistance. And I must, however, express my concern regarding the current budgetary allocation given to their office. To me, the budget is very little. The challenges are a lot in our community. And it's very sad, always when people are flocking to our offices just to request for food. Councillor, I'm hungry. For 2 days, I have never tasted any food. But yet, the Prime Minister's office, who's supposed to rescue this situation, is given this peanut budget. They will not be able to assist with this current budget. We have a lot of problems, floods in Zambezi, flood in part of Kunene, and drought in Kunene. It is very, I don't know how the office will cope in order to rescue people. Hunger is real, although we are too few. people are living under poverty. As I have said, some farmers, they have never recovered from those losses of their livestock during those difficult years. Some people, means for them to survive, only they have to sell goats. They have closed their kraals. They don't have any more anymore. Now they are sitting hoping that the government will assist them. Therefore, my request to the Prime Minister's office is to resume the drought relief in Kunene before we lost life. And it's pity that we are losing life on the road every day.
Honorable Ngunaye, sorry for interruption. I've seen Honorable Wambo rising up. We want to make a point to... Okay, thank you very much. You may continue, Honorable.
Oh, thank you. Honorable members, our community, our people, our young people are suffering. They need assistance. There is this saying, teach people to catch fish. Don't what? Don't give them fish. But at a time, we need to give them fish to eat. While we are preparing them how to catch fish, we need to give them fish to eat. Because otherwise we will lose life. With this few contributions, I submit. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ngunaye. Any further discussion? I've also observed an indication here for Honorable Kwaka.
Thank you, Honorable First Vice Chairperson. I think my honorable members, they have said it already, the previous speakers. Mine just maybe to add that honestly, the office of the Prime Minister, this time is not reacting. Normally it used to react. I know floods or drought. And also that we are having the right person. I know that I still remember when he was at the Ministry of Agriculture, our Prime Minister, he's always used to assist on time. But this time, really things are a bit delayed. I'm just requesting him at least to rescue the situation, especially the flood which was in Kunene, along Kunene River there. We wrote the report, everything in details, up to date, nothing. 3 weeks now. And those people, all the crops are washed away. And I think that maybe it didn't reach his table, but we sent to his staff members. They reacted, they saw, they got the report, but up to date, nothing happened. I'm just requesting that office and our right Prime Minister to react. As is already said by Honorable Buna here that it's not only that this is the floods alone, the elephants within the area. I know that this is from Ministry of Environment, but really sometimes when disaster strikes, it's need the immediate reaction. With those few, I thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson. I mean, first what? Vice Chairperson, yeah.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kwaka, for your contribution. Any further discussion? I'm seeing Honorable Sikongo.
Thank you,
Then
Honorable
Sikongo will be
Chairperson,
followed by
for the
Honorable
floor.
Wambo. Am I
I
right?
also want
Thank
to
you.
concur
In that
with
order.
Honorable Amjindi that the budget and the others, that the budget is not enough. With that understanding that in the office of the Prime Minister, there is a structure called contingency fund for disaster. And that constituency, we have a constituency disaster risk management. At the region, we have a regional disaster risk management. But this structure is not funded at all, but it's a structure from the constituency up to the regional one. Therefore, if the budget is to be increased, at least this budget will float to the regions and also to the constituency. Some of the problem can be tackled at the constituency. A practical example, a person's house gets burned completely at the homestead. They will rush to the constituency office because that is the the office in charge for all that operates like a general manager in the store, the constituency. Now you are found there, the councillor, in the middle of the month, the salary is not yet reported in your account for you to help because there's no budget with you. But at least if this budget is to be increased so that the constituency disaster risk get a portion and the region get a portion, some of the smaller calamity that are happening, they can be tackled. And therefore, Honorable Chair, I want to agree with Honorable Amjindi that the budget of the Prime Minister be increased so that it can be felt at the constituency level and in the regional level. But for now, unfortunately, it is not enough. I so submit. Otherwise, let it go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Skongo, and thank you very much for being in that such solidarity with Honorable Amjindi. Honorable Wambo.
Thank you, Honorable First Vice Chair of the Whole House Committee. I also want to join the previous speakers by saying the following. I concur totally that the budget under vote 02 is a very important vote, that one. It has got something to do with the bread and butter issues. And I must say the following. Under that vote is where the disaster risk management is coming, is where the drought relief and everything is coming. If one is now looking and coupling with the situation with the climate change that we are facing, it's not all the regions that is now receiving sometimes adequate or sufficient rain. And that one contributes to drought, serious droughts in some of the regions. Now, where these droughts are sometimes coming up, it's where our farmers especially are feeling now they are not getting maybe the necessary assistance in terms of fodder and in terms of medication for the animals, and these things are felt at that level. So if the budget is not adequate, definitely people will suffer that consequences. So that is for the future, one have to look to give adequate budget to such very important institutions. Second thing is, under the disaster risk management, by maybe definition, under the disaster, maybe if a household is burning down, maybe it is not in the definition that it falls maybe under the category of a disaster, maybe at national level. But at our level, if a house is burning down, people have lost everything. Now that one, we are seeing as constituency councillors, it's a disaster because these people have got nothing to do. Now the help that is supposed to come, and that very office, the Prime Minister's office, is the one that must assess, because it's a disaster for us. It's a disaster, but currently that issue is not taken care of proper. And for the future and on the way forward, I must also, Prime Minister must consider to also see how we can just at constituency level, because currently we don't have a budget. We don't have a budget to assist these people if a house is burning down. Sometimes it's not only one house, it's multiple houses that is burning down. Regional councils does not have the budget, they don't have the funds. And the constituency councillors have to carry costs, whatever they have to do. That is a serious concern. Another one that I also want to say on this one is some of the regions, like Hartap in this case, is one of its economic activities that is now based on agriculture, livestock husbandry especially. The people does not have, and some people only know farming. They don't know any other thing. It's where they are eating from. And some areas with the challenges in some constituencies, if I can maybe cite one example. If one is taking the Revo rural constituency, 98% or 95% is privately owned. Only 5% is state land, which forced the people in that constituency to migrate from the rural to urban areas. And the urban areas are faced with informal settlements. Now, in informal settlements and drought relief is now not considered in that urban areas. Now, and I must also thank the government and the Prime Minister's office that they have relaxed a little bit to assess the informal settlements, but it is not the arrangement. I also want to continue with the previous speaker. Harambe was introduced to address the issue of people eating from the dumping sites. So that program has not been rolled out to all the constituencies. It's where we are suffering. But I must also compliment the government that the government have doing very good and very well. Although with these challenges that I've just mentioned, so for the way forward, one have to check to allocate sufficient and adequate resources to this kind of institutions that is directly to do with bread and butter issue. But in essence, I'm supporting the vote 02. So we're submit, Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Honorable DM. Any further discussion, honorable members? I see none. Any objection? I see none. Agreed to? Thank you. I shall now put vote 30. Anti-Corruption Commission, 109 million Namibian dollars. Any discussion? Any discussion? Can I have an indication from the floor? Honorable Chaveonja, Chaveonja. I'm sorry, I'm getting used to the pronunciation.
Good morning, Honorable First Vice Chairperson of the Committee of the Whole Council, honorable members. I stand here just to bring a small contribution on the anti-corruption vote, vote 30. Honorable members, last year, the Commission got 116 million. This year they got 109. I believe they had several regional engagement since that they are busy now with their new strategic plan, of which they were then deliberating on what really transpired during this previous plan. They were also talking more about the amendment when it comes to the Act and the policy framework, because they want to incorporate the element of accounting officers to be held accountable when it comes to maybe you are heading an organization and corruption happen within that organization. Not merely that it should stop by the person, but as somebody who authorized things at that organization also to be involved. They also spoke about how they performed. And when you look at their performance, the execution was at 21%. Things that are still in the pipeline were standing at 71%. And you could sense that in most cases, as we were raising questions, their issue was more about the allocation. As much as we all understand the situation that we are in as a country, but these are some of the institutions that you cannot compromise when it comes to funding them, because at the end of the day, the more you fund organizations as the Anti-Corruption Commission, the more you save when it comes to other monies in our department. We have a serious cabal when it comes to people that are taking part in corruption. These people have grouped themselves and they are so advanced. So it will force you to equip your organization that are also dealing with corruption. And then one thing also, Honorable First Vice Chairperson, that I wanted to bring on board is that it's only a few of us that are then forced to declare when it comes to declaring. Maybe these things should be across borders as long as somebody is holding an executive position or is in a managerial position, we must be all forced to declare, because it cannot just be limited to politicians and a few managers. Another thing that I also want in future, maybe if finance allow that, we need even to come up with a lifestyle audit, because you will find that sometimes the salary of the person and the life that the person is living, the two does not really match. So, Honorable First Vice Chairperson, Honorable Members, I only stood here to support Vote 30, but with the understanding that we should really look at how we are allocating funds to some of these institutions. As much as we expect them to do wonderful work, we still need to capacitate and make sure that we also help some of these institutions to perform to the best of their ability. With that submission, I support Vote 30.
Tabeonja, for that contribution. Any further discussion? I see none. Any objection? I see none. Agreed to? Thank you very much. I shall now put vote 07, International Relations and Trade. 1,369,126,000 Namibian dollars. Any discussion? I can see Honorable Simasiku. You may have the floor.
Thank you very much, First Vice Chairperson of the Committee of the Whole Council. Mine is a small contribution to vote 7, International Relations. Honorable members, fellow Namibians, it's just a plea. We must never, ever, ever forget the people of Cuba who continue to suffer under illegal economic blockade to the very good people of Cuba. And we must at all times keep them in our hearts. That said, I fully support the vote. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Simasiku, and also for a good message to our compatriot, the Cubans. Thank you very much. Any further discussion? Honorable Sikongo.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. With that other name, I will adjust later on. To support, because it is not only international, but it's also the Minister of Trade. I mean, trade is also an issue. I remember 3, 4, 5 years ago, under the Minister of Trade, there were equipment aid scheme that was administered, where community have to acquire these schemes, whether it is a thresher machine or a hammer mill. And I think if that program under the Ministry of Trade continues, it really lessens the burden of our community. Even those who never acquire a thresher machine or a hammer mill, so during the harvesting, you can use your machine at least to harvest this mahango for this particular person, that one, and in the process, you are also generating income and your living standard is uplifted. To support is that really the Minister of Trade should continue with that equipment scheme aid so that our community can own this appropriate technology at their disposal for lessening they are burdening. I think I so move from the chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sikongo. Any further discussion? I see none. Any objection? I see none. Agreed to? Thank you very much. Honorable members, I shall now put vote 26, National Planning Commission, 283 million Namibian dollars. Any discussion? I see none. An objection and agree to that none. Thank you. Honorable members, I shall report the progress and ask leave to sit again. Honorable Vice Chairperson, the Committee of the Whole Council has gone through votes 01, 02, 30, 07, and 26 of the Appropriation Bill B1 2026 and has agreed to the said votes. I now ask leave to sit again, Honorable Vice Chairperson.
Permission granted, Honorable. Thank you very much, honorable members, for the deliberations that we had. I was following, and it's very, very impressive, and wish to motivate that we continue to do so as we go through our further deliberations. Honorable members, those were the order of the day. May I please request that the Chief Whip adjourns the House.
Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, they will stand adjourned till Monday, the 11th of May, 9:30 sharp. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The House stands adjourned until Monday, the 11th of May at 9:30.